People riot because they are satisfied with their lives. They go out on the streets and mindlessly destroy their neighborhoods because they feel they have a valid voice in the country in which they live. They loot shops and torch police vehicles because of how well they feel they are treated on a day-to-day basis by the local constabulary. It is undeniable that the government of the day take their concerns seriously and act upon their every need. If only life were a fantasy, how well would that story roll off the most sylvan tongue? Unfortunately, the place in which most of us are forced to inhabit, stories remain in books, on the confines of shelves found in a library. The streets, on the other hand, are cold and isolated from such unaffordable luxury. A quick perusal of such premises would reveal that the dregs of society are not to be found there and would not be allowed in there. People cannot afford to pay their utility bills. Their TV license is one knock away from landing them in prison. Petrol prices are unaffordable, except for the most affluent. Bus and train fares take the ways of a major robbery to become attainable. Food prices virtually quadruple by the week. Government cuts means there are thousands of redundancies by the day. Austerity measures is the coalition government's favorite phrase. They are even cutting jobs in the armed forces and in the police force, traditional bastions of the great empire. The banks continue to be reckless as though there is profit to be made from it. And the latest research says they will not be able to pay back the vast sums they were loaned in the banking crisis by the taxpayer. If you or I don't pay back our loans, we get sent to prison. Not so for the elite. Meanwhile, our young are being systematically criminalized for being on the streets on the night of the riots and taking as little as a bottle of pop from a looted store. We haven't realized it yet, but as a society, we have transcended the realms of insanity. Ooh. Mark Duggan died at the hands of the police. But there is no furore in the media, no call for justice from them or David Cameron and his coalition. What is a life worth in the nihilism of this raging storm?